Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom both make use of memories to tell the story surrounding each respective game. In Breath of the Wild, Link has been recovering for the last 100 years. The story is being told through the lens of him regaining what was once lost. In Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda has been sent back in time to the era in which Hyrule was founded. Long story short, in order to save Hyrule, Zelda consumes a tear and turns into a dragon, leaving behind tears that provide Link with the context of what Zelda was up to while they were apart. Right off the bat, I'll say this. I think the memory system is a great way to reveal a story we aren't actively taking part in. Both games pulled this off perfectly, however, I feel the structure made more sense within the context of Breath of the Wild than it did Tears of the Kingdom. In Breath of the Wild, it's like I stated before, Link has lost the memories. These are things he has experienced that once he's learned, have the chance to change the meaning behind a past interaction, or in the case of the Divine Beast memories, give closure to the deceased. In Tears of the Kingdom, the memories are more how the entire story is told. I feel that in Breath of the Wild, you could progress through the game without collecting the memories and understand the plot just fine. You'd only miss out on some of the details that make minor moments into major ones. In Tears of the Kingdom, it feels as though if you don't collect all the memories, you aren't hearing the whole plot. You would never know about the interactions Zelda has with Rauru or the rest of the sages, and you wouldn't find out why or how Zelda turned into a dragon, as these are shown through memories. The range of these memories between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are pretty crazy when you place them side by side. In Breath of the Wild, we have talk to pretty Gerudo Mommy about Zelda's insecurities. In Tears of the Kingdom, we have Ganondorf declaring war on Hyrule. While the disparity between the contents of the memories over the two games is a point against Tears of the Kingdom, I enjoy the way they are laid out across the map much more the second time around. The geoglyphs containing the memories in Tears of the Kingdom were created by the ancient Zonai. They act as ritual markings etched into the land itself. These massive symbols resonate with the Light Dragon's sacred power as the Light Dragon endlessly circles Hyrule. Her memories crystallize and fall as tears when she passes over these glyphs, drawn to them like a magnet. I think this was a great way to reimagine this system. It gives deep lore implications to what the sages and the Zonai were doing after the final memory. Discovery is going to be a point towards Tears of the Kingdom. It's much more intriguing to see ancient markings in the ground than to look at a photo and travel to its location. As far as rewards go for collecting each memory, both games simply provide an extra ending cutscene when completed. In Breath of the Wild, once the credits have rolled, we can see Link and Zelda looking at the ruins of Hyrule Castle before they turn to walk away. As they do, we can see the spirits of the king and each of the champions watching as Link and Zelda set out on the next portion of their journey. In Tears of the Kingdom, we get to see a bit of the aftermath, with the new guardians promising to serve Zelda. Unlike for Breath of the Wild, I feel that this extra cutscene actually does add some validity to the ending for Tears of the Kingdom. While the ending for Breath of the Wild still feels complete without this extra cutscene, completing Breath of the Wild feels, well, incomplete without that additional cutscene. I don't believe this should have been locked behind all the memories. This should be available when completing a dungeon or after an unmissable other story beat. Because the quote-unquote reward for the memories in Tears of the Kingdom is a story vital cutscene locked behind the completion of the memories, I'm going to give the point to Breath of the Wild. The reward in Breath of the Wild is not necessary, but provides a nice bow onto the story when achieved. All of this being said, I want to reiterate that I think both games made the correct decision to use memories as a storytelling device. But in the discussion over which was utilized more efficiently, I would have to side with Breath of the Wild. In the memories for Breath of the Wild, relationships are explored, explanations are provided for current day conditions, and none of it is vital to enjoying the game. The memories in Breath of the Wild are more like rewards within themselves, rather than being the full dedicated plot device. In the end, I think the memories thrive as an additional deeper dive into the lore already provided, rather than the lore itself.